Minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum guys. Hope you are all doing well and will be fine. So I am Mr. Zulfikar Ahmed from Dr. Zulfikar Ahmed official page and offering lectures on biology of class 10. Today we will start about pneumonia. So what is pneumonia? This is an infectious disease caused by bacteria, viruses or fungi in which there is pus accumulated in both or one lungs. The function of lung is to let come in the air and letting out the carbon dioxide. So there will be the abnormal function of lungs and there will be the loss of inhalation and exhalation. So this is the contagious disease. Contagious mean it spread from person to person. Now we will move to the causative agent or etiology. So we have already studied there are different bacteria, different viruses and different fungi species which causes pneumonia in humans. In bacteria section we have 3 species of bacteria which causes pneumonia in humans. Streptococcus pneumoniae, the second one is Haemophilus pneumoniae, the other one is Mycoplasma pneumoniae. There are more bacteria, but here I have included 3 species for your information. So now we will move to the viruses. There are 3 different viruses which are mentioned here for causing pneumonia. The first one is influenza virus. The second one is respiratory syncytial virus, is abbreviated as RSV. The third one is rhinoviruses. And fungi, there are 2 species which causes pneumonia in humans. Cryptococcus species, the second one is histoplasmosis. Now we will move to the transmission of pneumonia. There are 3 ways through which pneumonia can transmit from person to person. The first one is inhalation of air droplets. When a person sneezes or cough an area and the nearby person inhale the air droplets of that diseased person, so he will be suffer from pneumonia. The second one is coughing and sneezing. The third one is direct contact. When we touch the utensils or instruments which are contaminated through the viruses or bacteria and fungi of pneumonitis, so the other person will get infected from that viruses or bacteria. So this is the direct contact method of transmission of pneumonia. So now we will move to the types of pneumonia. There are 4 types of pneumonia. The first one is HAP, hospital acquired pneumonia or hospital based pneumonia. This is the serious one type of pneumonia. So there is a different lot of variation in the strains of bacteria or viruses, and these pneumonia are more resistant to the antibiotics. The second one is CAP, which is community acquired pneumonia. This is the usual type of pneumonia. The third one is VAP, ventilator acquired pneumonia. The fourth one is AP, aspiration pneumonia, are mostly occur in the children. Now we will move to the signs and symptoms. As we have already discussed about pneumonia, that there is the infectious disease and the lungs will alter their function. So how can one diagnose or recognize the pneumonia patient? So there are different signs and symptoms and clinical signs through which we can diagnose this disease. So the first one is cough. There will be the mucus in cough, and there will be the fever, high fever. If you can use the thermometer of the pneumonitis patient, so there will be the high fever. There will be the sweating and chills. The pneumonitis patient will feel chills, feel coldness. There will be the shortness of breath. The patient of pneumonia will feel fatigue in their muscles, and there will be the loss of appetite. There will be nausea or vomiting, and the last one is headache. There will be persistent headache, there will be persistent cough, and there will be the muscle fatigue in the pneumonia. Now we will go through the diagnosis. Different techniques and different methods, different procedures are used to diagnose the pneumonia. The first one is blood culture. If we take the blood of pneumonia patient and go through the laboratory examination of their blood. The second one is X-ray. We can diagnose this disease by X-ray. Also we can diagnose this by MRI, CT scan, and there will be the culture of sputum. We will take the sputum of the pneumonia patient and culture in the different media to grow that bacteria or virus, but we can use the culture for mostly for bacteria. Now we will go to the treatment. How can we treat the pneumonia patient? Use of different antibiotics such as levofloxacin, erythromycin, and different painkillers are used for relieving the pain such as aspirin and brufen. In severe cases or acute cases, we can infuse the fluid therapy in the pneumonia patient, in which we use different antibiotics infusion, and also different NSAIDs are used to cope with the pneumonia patient. All about pneumonia, and please subscribe my channel and keep tunes.